well.
Well, well, well.
Back at it
Well,
again.
well, well. So then he drove the ambulance. It was going the wrong way down the street. Anyway, what's going on, man? Down in Sports Talk, we are in the building, live and direct. It's Tuesday night, man. The vibe is correct. The vibe is here. The vibe is straight. We are in the building. You see us left-handed in the building right here. RM Des on Twitter. My co-D is in the house as usual. Y'all the bear if you don't know. You can check her out, the Star Report. Getting her weight up, you know what I mean? Doing things, doing big things in the building, you know what I mean? That's my co-D right there. And then we got the ubiquitous homie, MC Win Walker, in the building, live and direct. Laker fan in the house.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, you know what time it is. It's that time, 8:15, Tuesday night. You know how we rock, you know how we roll. We want to start the show off tonight, man, on a little serious note. We're going to get a little situation was going down in Yada's Bears neck of the woods, and we're going to touch on that before we get started. And yes, we are going overtime tonight. So lock in, all right? Down in Sports Talk, YouTube, Facebook, StreamYard. We are live and direct. Lock in. We're going overtime. A lot of stuff to touch on tonight. All right. Yada, what's good? How are you?
I'm good, chilling. As you said, it's some craziness going on down here in Philly. Over the past, during this week, we had an incident where a Temple University police officer was basically murdered in the line of duty. His name was Christopher Fitzgerald, and it's just sad that things like this is happening. More and more violence in the streets. Near the campus, and it's just foul. We just went through the situation with Michigan State, and now we had the situation here in Philly with the Temple police officer getting gunned down, while he's working, and it's just sad. He was a young guy, he was a young guy just doing his job. So, we gotta be careful out in these streets. It's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm hearing bits and pieces about it, and the thing that's bugging me out is that the guy who did it allegedly, he didn't. He comes from a family that really didn't have to do that. You know what I mean? They had, you know what I mean. So again, I don't know what pace. I don't know what the motive is or whatever the case may be. But it's really, really sad, man, when cats is out here trying to maintain and do what they do and then get struck down unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. It's just bad. It's bad. And pray for his family and everybody that in Philly and stuff like that. Man, y'all hold your head. Yeah, man. So it's a lot of craziness going on. Before we get into a flow, you know how we do, man. All right, we are in the building live and direct, man. Every Tuesday night, we give it to y'all live and direct. If you want the analytics, we don't do the analytics. You know what I'm saying? We don't do the drama and all that. We talk about it because it's there to be talked about, but we don't make our bones off of somebody else's misery. You dig? So again, it is what it is, man. We do what we do, and we are here live and direct. NBA talk tonight. All right, Nate McMillan, he gets fired from the Atlanta Hawks. Okay, we're going to get into that. You're going to get Russell Westbrook. He's a Los Angeles Clipper now. He's right down the hallway from them. He's going to be haunting them. You know what I mean? The 23 games, the most important games of LeBron James' career coming up right now. We're going to get into all of that. You know what I mean? Yada Bear, yo, I'm going to blame it on Yada Bear, right? She wants to talk about the XFL. So again, we're gonna put about a minute and 17 seconds in for the XFL, right? We're gonna talk some college basketball. We're gonna talk about South Carolina escaping, right? We're gonna talk some baseball a little bit because it is what it is. Yankees back in the building, and we got something that we're gonna talk about at the end of the show. So we got some things to discuss. Rock with us in the chat room. Comment on Facebook. Do what you gotta do, and we are here in the building. What we doing? What we doing, Yada? What's up?
So, before we get into the NBA, let's have a conversation about what's going on in Alabama with this kid, Brandon Miller, who's projected to be a lottery pick in this upcoming NBA draft.
Yes, ma'am.
Um,
Was projected to be
yeah,
was projected to be a lottery
yeah,
pick.
yeah. Keyword was sources out there is that he is the one who provided the gun to the kid Darius, who passed the gun off to the other kid, who eventually shot into the car that killed that young lady.
Yeah.
Right.
How how dumb how dumb are we to bring you have somebody call you, hey, can you bring the gun? What? Can I bring a gun so that I can give it to my friend so that he can shoot into a car? So now you ruined
Some
your
ladies at that.
yeah, you ruined your whole life because I'm pretty sure there's going to be some charges brought on to you for providing this weapon. Most likely, your collegiate career is over now. I won't. I can't see Alabama putting him out here on the court. So I see his season's done now, and then the next thing you want to see is him with the steel bracelets going into a police precinct to snitch. It's like an episode of First 48.
Well, I heard an old saying a long time ago, Yada Bird say, why do 10 tell on a friend? This guy, he went in there to go snitch because they already charged him with capital murder too. As an
Mm-hmm.
accessory. Capital murder. That's a
That's the
charge.
big. Hey, that's
So
the big letters.
that's the
Yeah,
yeah
That's the big
capital.
letters.
that's the big M. I guess he
Yeah, that's the
said
big letters.
he
So
said I'm
so
not
once
going down. I'm
he said
not
I'm
going
not I'm
down.
not going to be the only one.
Yeah.
Brandon, the one that gave me the gun. Like
Yep.
what?
Yep.
But when I see Darius Miles, I have to jump back for a second. Like, hold up, it can't be him, not him. It's got to be another. You know what I mean? Like when
Yeah,
I saw Darius Miles, I was like, oh,
that name is
that's the
cursed.
homie.
That
Yep.
name
Yeah,
is
you know what I'm
cursed,
saying?
right? It's
Yeah,
crazy.
but I mean, this is a really really sad situation. As we all know, coming from backgrounds that are similar, different, but they're similar. You know what I mean? Right? The streets and how do I say it? The streets and organized games from AAU to Little League to whatever how you slice it, they're closer than you think,
Yeah,
right?
Right.
When
yeah.
these kids take off the shoulder pads, when they take off the sneakers, right, and they put on their streetwear, they're of the street.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
All of them are in the street, but all of them aren't of the street. I think we had this conversation before,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So
Right.
again, you get these cats no matter what kind of basketball name you put on the front of their jersey, right? They still are who they are here, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're
Right.
gonna be who they are here. You could have had that kid at any school, and this situation would have probably popped off. And
Mm-hmm.
it hurts to say that, but this is where we are,
Yeah.
right?
That's true.
So how do we differentiate the kids who really want to be there to get their education, to move on, to play ball, to do what they want to do with their life, instead of these kids who talk that, excuse my French, y'all, talk that shit, okay? And then in their freshman and sophomore year, they have to go to jail for basically the rest of their life because of some nonsense that they seen somebody do coming up in this thing. And you're supposed to
Right.
be guided
Or
not to do that. How
yeah,
do you still
or they
end up down the road more travel? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Or now they want to impress their friend. You
Yeah.
know, I know Brandon got the gun, so you know what? I'm gonna call Brandon so that I can show what was the guy name? Was it Mike who the bullet that
Miller,
shot? What was his
Davis.
name? Yeah, Davis who wanted to show. So
Yeah,
I can
Davis.
give him so I can show Davis that yo look, we got this piece and we're gonna ride around and then somebody disrespect you or she just she didn't probably maybe she didn't want to talk to you or something like that and that gave you the right to shoot at her. And not only
in
did you
her
shoot
life.
at her, you shot her and you killed her
Right.
for no reason. What? For likes, for giggles, for street rep. You're on a college campus. You're supposed to be there to play ball, get an education. Play ball, get an education, make it to the next level. Now, the one guy who has the potential to make it to the NBA most likely is going to be in prison next to you, next to the guy who who liked to play basketball but didn't really have the skill set to make it to the next level. But you had those skill sets. You was on the path of going to the NBA, and now your path has switched, and now you're on the path of going to prison
We
for
on the
a
path,
long.
all right.
It's just crazy. It's
And you
just
know what? I
sad.
hate to make light. I hate to make light of it. I hate to
Hmm.
make light of it, and I'm really not. But at the end of the day, these cats reap what they sow. They
Yeah.
deserve what they get, and it is what a ti is. I'm
Yep.
sorry, man.
Yeah.
All the oh, woe is me, and you're
Yep.
not supposed to do this, and we don't want to see this happening, and knock it off, man.
Nope. Because
Been
that's
Knock
why
it.
happening
we
for
Nobody want to
have.
hear
years.
that speech. Because them
It's
kids
been
is,
happening
you
for
know who's
years.
not listening to that? The ones who's passing the gun around like a hot potato.
Yep. Yep.
That's the ones who's not listening to that "woe is me" speech. You could be good. They don't want to hear that nonsense.
Let me.
They want to be fly. They want
I
to get a
want,
rep. They want to be gangsters. They want to be thugs. They want to be, you know what I mean? They want to be
I
bad
want to speak on.
bitchs and all that. You know what I
You
mean?
know
So
what?
here we are.
You 100% right.
I'm just
When I was
saying.
in, when I was in college, football players, basketball players, they were thugs. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
they were selling
Listen,
drugs.
Wait a minute.
listen. Hey, Windwalker, I'm
Yeah,
about to go somewhere. I know you already know. I'm gonna say two words to you.
boy.
I'm gonna say, hey yo, we going overtime tonight, so lock in. It's down here in sports, so we going overtime tonight. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
gonna say two words to you, Windwalker. Jamel Holloway, right?
Bomber. Straight
Jamel
J.
Holloway.
Hey,
And I'm gonna say two more words for Yada, so Yada could be Barry Switzer. Okay.
Okay.
So when we talking about gangsters and
Hmm.
thugs that we have seen personally,
Yeah.
up close and personal,
Yeah.
like that was that. And listen, Yada, this has all to do, and we're not snitching, and we're not doing none of that because we don't do that over here. But all we gonna do is tell you this: if you want to research it, go to your Sports Illustrated covers, the one with Charles Thompson on the cover, and work your way backwards.
Mm.
And I'm gonna leave it at that. You want to talk about gangsters and thugs?
Yeah. Just like the comment we got here.
Yeah,
It said,
we listen. We
insanity.
gonna have to say, hey, listen. We gonna tell the stories, but we gonna have to put those behind the scenes, and we got to charge a
Yeah.
little fee to get inside the gate. You know what I'm saying? Because these stories is off the hook.
My man said the friends are stupid too. You supposed to take care of the money. That is correct.
Absolutely,
You supposed to
absolutely. You're
take
supposed to
care of
take
the
care of the
money.
money. That's right.
Brandon is the money.
right.
Brandon's the money.
You gotta watch
Mm-hmm.
the money.
I
Always
mean,
watch the money.
Watch the
we
money.
can listen. We have seen this stuff played out so many times. I mean, I can just say, Ray Lewis.
Yeah,
Look at Ray Lewis.
at the
They
Super
put
Bowl.
they
Yeah, how?
they
That's right.
protect the money, okay?
Come
That's
on.
right.
Because
Come
my
on.
man,
Look
how,
at
how,
look at Javante
how you think?
Davis.
Yeah, exactly. My man about to fight April 15th. He was all in the news last week
Yeah.
with all these charges. But guess what my man just did? He signed a contract and he fighting next week for millions of dollars. You gotta protect the
So
money.
but I mean, it is what it is. It's sad, really. But again, it's hopefully it's not the the way of things that are a portent of things to come. But man, listen, it's
Yeah.
hard, man, to get out this pattern. It's always somebody once a week. It's somebody getting jammed up for some nonsense, man. You know what I mean? And here down in sports, we gonna give it to you rough, rugged, and raw. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that. Because if it was me in that situation, you know what I would expect you to do? Say the same shit.
Exactly.
What's wrong with you?
We all got the same
Absolutely.
story. We all
What the
got
hell is
Absolutely.
wrong with you?
You know what I mean? But we're gonna move along and keep it pushing. This is down in Sports Talk right here. You got Left Handed in the building at RM Desk. Get at me on Twitter. You got my Code D in the building right there. Yada Bear in the house holding me down. And then you got MC Win Walker in the house live and direct from OKC. So we're gonna do college basketball first or the NBA?
I got one thing to say. One thing to say.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, you people out there, like and subscribe. You know what to do.
Yeah, smash that like. Yeah,
there you go.
And then I'll send you $20 in the mail. I got you $20 in the mail. Listen, smash that like and subscribe button, man. You heard my big brother. You heard my big brother smashing the like and subscribe button. Do all of that. Yes. The numbers is up. You know what I mean? We got people messing with us. Yo, they on Yada Bear's back, yo.
I love it.
And that's a beautiful thing.
I love it.
It's a beautiful thing. Let's give a round of applause for Yada Bear. There you go. All right.
Because you know, round of applause. All right. You know what that means? It means they're watching. And I'm here to entertain.
You're here to entertain and stimulate.
That's right. Hey, quick update.
Let's take the
quick update for you, bro.
Go ahead.
So
Villanova and Xavier.
So right now. The one question I have about college basketball is what happened to North Carolina and Duke? Because those used to be the staple. Because now when I look at the top ranking, the rankings, which most likely is going to switch up because of this situation with Alabama. I can see that affecting their rankings. They're sitting at number 2. But each week, we get a new number 1. It's like it's like a curse to be number 1 right now, because as soon as you get the number 1 ranking, then you lose.
It's like a target on your back.
Yeah, it's like boom, Purdue was number 1, and as soon as they got number 1, they lost.
You know what I'm gonna say to that? I'm gonna say, and I think you said it. What's the deal? What's going on?
What's going on? Like,
none of these teams, when you talk about North Carolina and Duke, North Carolina did what they had to do. They fell behind in the championship game, and they haven't been right since. To tell you the truth, they were number 1. Pardon self, they were number 1 coming into the season.
Preseason, they was ranked number 1.
And again, Hubert Davis, had the squad, Baycott and those guys, but they just can't get it together. You know why that is? It's a result of the other teams getting better, right? So, again, at the end of the day, when you have Purdue's number 1 for 5 days, Houston's number 1 for 3 days, Alabama's number 1 for a week, and then here comes somebody else. The Gonzagas of the world and the Dukes and the North Carolinas and the Michigan States and all those guys, they're nowhere to be found because there's new blood coming in. These guys are coming in, and they're not taking those shorts. So what that means to me, with tournament time getting ready to come up, again, we're going to see who's who. And definitely put your Final Four brackets, fill them out in pencil. Because I'm going to say this, Win Walker, I'm going to say this, Yada Bear, real quick, is that no matter what happens in the regular season, especially the last 5 to 10 years, I'll say the Krzyzewski years, like, you can kind of count Duke out. They'll be like 5th and 6th. They'll have an off year. They lose 4 games. But who's in the Final Four?
Duke is so weird, right?
This is crazy.
At the end of the day,
it's always a usual suspect.
Always come up top, right? It does. It makes you think like, well, all season these guys been struggling. Like I'm going to have to side-eye the tournament if North Carolina somehow is in the Final Four. It's like, well, where you been at all season? All season you've been
how many years?
Trash.
You know how many years Syracuse had a year where it's like, yo, they garbage, man. They won. I think they won the Big East tournament, and then they went on a roll, and they made it to the Final Four. I'm like, what is this? You know what I mean? So again, at the end of the day, you just have to be playing right at the right time. So again, for me, the tournaments are going to be big to watch. I'm going to be watching a lot of the tournaments, both on the men's and the women's side. You know what I mean? It's going to be interesting to see now if South Carolina got that kind of like the close game situation off their back. You know what I mean? Because they've been through some struggles and some wars. It's tournament time. That Southeast tournament is coming up again. You're going to see South Carolina. You're going to see LSU. You're going to see Tennessee. You're going to see all those ladies getting it in. So now it's time to see who's going to, because how Ghostface said, you're going to separate the English from the Dutch,
Right.
right? So again, I think, even with the men's tournament, it's kind of worse because you could just throw any team up in the air, and
Yeah,
whatever
I don't
team
think it's
land,
going to
will
be
be a
any
team that win it.
favorites. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird because like each year we always have that team, the Florida golf
For
coast,
the Gulf Coast.
yeah, gonna come in, and now
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
all of
G
these
Dub.
teams are so evenly matched that you're not gonna have one of those guys, in the Elite Eight or the Final Four. Maybe not even in the Sweet 16. We might not even get a team like that this year because how close, like the top team, the top 25 is this year. It's really close.
You know a team. You know a team that I like. That has been consistent, and I think that they may make some noise out of all the teams, and they're a team that we always see in the tournament. Late Kansas.
Yeah. Kansas. Yeah.
Kansas is starting to come out like it's starting to come out the wood was a hey, wait a minute. We can win this. You know what I mean? And then when you watch them play and they lose to Baylor by 15.
Right.
Like, what is this? You know what I mean?
No,
and then you look at the
is so
paper,
true.
Kansas is number 1.
Yeah.
How that work?
And they had a close game with Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'm like, huh?
So I think the exciting part of the basketball season, especially on the college side, is getting ready to take place. You know what I mean? And did it go fast? Did this season go by like this?
This
almost,
season
you know what I
did.
mean?
Yes, it did. And the NBA season is going fast, and it's weird how.
Oh yeah, perfect segue, Yada.
Madness,
Let's give Yada Bear a round of applause. A round of applause for Yada Bear.
it's funny how
perfect segue. Perfect segue.
It's funny how March Madness and then the final 23 games in the NBA season is coincide. They're playing side by side, so it's going to be a very hectic time for basketball. Coming up next month because now we got 23 games left, and somebody in LA said that these are the most important 23 games of his life. I'm not going to say.
Hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. He said the most important 23 games of his life. Who wears number 23?
Oh, man, I'm not going to say that it was LeBron James that stated that fact.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that that's him. But when we look at the Lakers right now, they sit 11.
Jordan's always on his mind.
13. We are 13.
13
I can tell you whatever you want to know about my Lakers.
With 23 games left.
Well, how they gonna make the playoffs, Win Walker? Tell me that.
Magic.
They gonna need Magic. They gonna need Magic.
Magic gonna come down. They're gonna need Magic. They're gonna need Kareem. They're gonna need World. They're
gonna need James Worthy.
They're gonna need
Gary Payton, Karl Malone. They're gonna need Mark Rambis, all of those.
They're gonna need Eddie George. They're gonna need
Eddie Jones.
No.
Nick Van
Eddie Munster. They're gonna need all
Robert Horry, Rick Fox.
Oh, Robert Horry. Oh, you ain't got Robert.
Red Fox, Baby Fox, Vivica Fox.
Lamar Odom, Ron Artest, Metal
World Be Free.
What's right? Oh man. Listen,
okay.
man.
Listen,
okay.
Real talk, man.
No, real talk. Let me tell you this. What they're thinking is if they can win a majority of these games and other people falter, because they're going to do some resting. They're going to rest their players for the playoffs. Like, I feel that if they can win 15 games out of the 23.
Hold on, y'all. What you say? What did he say?
At least 15.
If they can win how much?
15 out of 23.
15
and 8. So they got to play 23 games. So you said 15 and 8, right?
15 and
15 and 8, right?
Yeah.
You said they play 23 games. They got 23 games left.
15 and 7.
Woo.
Huh? 15 and 7 is 22.
Listen, the game that they played, this one's not counted. We got to win 15 out of these next games.
Okay.
15 of the next games.
So
he fixed that up right quick. I like that. That was quick. I like that.
This game we're not gonna win.
Listen, I don't care how you do the math. You can call Mos Def and Talib Kweli. You can call Yasin Bey, Talib Kweli, High Tech, Black Thought, Chuck D.
The math ain't mathing.
The math ain't mathing, B.
We gonna win, bro.
Wait, let me throw this out here. Your next 3 games: Warriors, Mavs.
What did I just say? We're not winning this next game. It's over.
You ain't winning none of the next 3 games.
But listen, Warriors, Mavs, Grizzlies.
Yes,
we can beat the Grizzlies. We can beat them.
Hold up, you skipped over the Warriors. You skipped over the Warriors and the Mavericks to get to the Grizzlies.
Yada, will you reiterate
what you gonna do?
What I said about our next game?
What
do you bring Shannon Sharp with you?
This game don't count.
It don't count.
So all right. So the Warriors is a loss in his book.
It's an L already.
Then we got the Mavs.
We can win that one.
Then we got the Grizzlies.
We can win that one. We beat the Grizzlies. With our new look team, them youngsters.
Okay.
And we got Huru. We got Huru. Man, come on. Tell me. But what I didn't like, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I love PG-13. I love Westbrook. I'm like, come on. I kicked it with PG down here, kicked it with Westbrook down here. But you can't come and say to my team and say, Westbrook don't want to be over there anyway because y'all not even going to make the playoffs. That's an insult right there.
Well, I'm gonna quote that. I'm gonna quote that great philosopher from Martin. I think his name was Stan. He owned the radio station, and I think they was riding in the limousine. And he said to his girlfriend, "Well, damn, baby, it ain't like you was lying."
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
But
well, damn, baby,
crazy about it wasn't like
Westbrook was a real talk
situation neither.
Yeah,
Westbrook was averaging like 10 turnovers a game coming off the bench.
And let me tell you, and let me say this right quick, yo. Russell Westbrook has got so much fire under him right now. He was on a team that he couldn't fit in. They didn't want him. He didn't want them. He was from LA, which made the situation all that much crazier, right? He ended up finding a job right down the hallway. He found the job right down the hall. You think for 1 second Russell Westbrook is not motivated to knock LeBron James, Savannah James, Ronnie James,
Boney James,
Rice James, Rick James,
all about the playoffs. You know what I mean? All of them. So again, he's motivated. He's on a team that's in the playoffs, that's fourth in the West. They fourth in the West, right, Yada? The Clippers.
Yep. Yeah, they're already in there.
Yeah,
he went to a ready-made team.
So he went from James Evans Jr. to George Jefferson.
He moved up 8 slots in one.
He moved up 8 slots, and they didn't have to leave the building.
He had to leave the state. He didn't have to
leave. He moved over to the west side. The west side of the motherfucking state.
So again, to me,
sneakers.
Yeah, picking sneakers up, and to me that says, look, he's looking at LeBron James and all them dudes is like, you ain't got nothing coming. I think that they play, the Clippers and the Lakers play April the 5th.
Yeah.
By then it's going to be decided. Because like you said, they got to see.
It's going to, it definitely.
They got to see Golden State. They got to see Dallas. They got to see Memphis, right? We ain't even talking about Phoenix yet, and they got to play Phoenix twice.
They play the Mavs.
I looked at the schedule. They got to
They
play
played the
Phoenix
Warriors
twice.
twice.
Don't count my young boys out that then came to the team.
Man, listen, man, you could pour some. Hey, pour a lot of liquor on them. Pour a lot of liquor on them, B. It's over. It's a done deal. It's a wrap a team.
Like it's gonna be an extremely tough road, and I feel like they're too far gone to climb up because now you gotta you're looking for Golden State because Golden State is 9. It's in the 9th seat right now. So you're looking at Golden State, Minnesota, and the Pelicans to drop. One of them
collapse. Right.
Where Golden State see y'all twice, Pelicans see y'all 2 more times. Y'all see the Timberwolves, I believe, 2 more times. Y'all even see the Thunder 2 more times, who's in the 10th spot. Not only that, we also overlooking Portland. Portland is in the 12th spot. And then you also got Utah, who's 11th. So not only do you have to jump those 2 teams, but then you have to jump one of these teams from 7 to 10 to try to creep in one of those spots. Now,
but ain't it a play-in this year?
Yeah, it's a play-in.
You guys we ain't get there yet. You guys are battering to get
Hey, hold up. We just trying to get to the play.
Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
And this is and you guys got to win at least 15 games to get
in. Thank you. What I say?
That's not the point. That's not the point, Win. Hey, Win. That's not the point. The point is, are you going to do it? That's the point.
Yeah.
Are you going to do it? Anthony Davis is fragile.
He's an injury. You better
hope he don't get hurt. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff that's not working in your favor. I don't see it happening.
Games left.
And they gave you, 2 extra shots. And you still can't get in.
Yep, it's 23 games.
That's crazy. So here's the question, Yada Bear.
Go ahead.
The question, Yada. The question is this.
Just call us the Knicks. We the Knicks this year.
Is this put a stain? Does this put a stain on LeBron's legacy? Now he's not going to make the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yes, it will. It will put a dirty stain on his legacy because one, he broke the most decorated record in NBA history in the same year that he's possibly not even going to smell the playoffs. You know,
that's so sad.
He made all of these historical strides this year, breaking Kareem record, becoming number 4 all-time assist leaders. These are monumental greatness right here. But he did it without making the playoffs. It's kind of like, I kind of put it on the same level as when the Warriors broke the record.
They won 73 games. They couldn't win the title.
Games,
right.
And didn't win the title. It's like, why win all those games and you couldn't win the big game?
Right.
And then you look at LeBron, it's like, you accomplished all of this year, but you still didn't get the job done because now you're fighting to get in the play-in that you hate. You criticize it. First you loved the play-in, then you hated the play-in. Now you love it again because you need the play-in to try to get into playoffs. And then if you get in the playoffs, why? Because it would just be a first-round exit. Just think if
the NBA is built on storylines, and this will be a great storyline for the.
Man, shut up! Nobody want to hear that.
No, it would be a fantastic story.
I ain't gonna tell you.
Nobody want to hear the storyline. What is this? The Brady Bunch? What storyline? Nobody want to hear that, man.
That he can write and sell as a non-fictional story because it's not going to come true. Okay, it's just too much going in.
Some kind of help. I'm getting shot down over here.
Listen.
It's an impossible task this season because one, he's hurt too. He got this hurt foot. He hurt his hands in the All-Star game. Hurt his wrist in the All-Star game. Okay, hurt feelings. His hairline is
Damn.
hurt. I mean, I ain't mean to somebody's hairline. All right,
Oh, that
let me not
see,
talk about his
see, hey,
hairline.
hey, see.
Hey, leave my man's hairline alone.
But he has so many obstacles to overcome, and then he has to overcome not only his injuries, but Anthony Davis injuries too.
Yep, that's a lot. That's a lot,
It's
yo.
Okay,
That's a lot to
we're gonna take
do.
a break
so
now, right here on Down and Dirty Sports Talk. Off of
but
LeBron.
it's going no. If he make it, kudos to him. But it's going to be extremely tough, and
I
it's going
believe
to be
you.
the story of the summer. It's going to be the story of the summer that he broke all of these records and not made the playoffs. And then we're going to have the same comparison, the same versus LeBron versus Jordan debate going on all summer because people still going to say, well, LeBron's the GOAT, Jordan's the GOAT. And then people going to say, well, LeBron broke the record, but he didn't make the playoffs. And then they're going to
But
say, well,
but in the
Jordan
words
won.
of my big brother Win Walker, it makes for a great storyline, though.
Yeah, it makes a great story, but
It makes for a great storyline, man.
not going to be a
But
happy.
unfortunately, we don't do storylines over here, right?
But
So
Right.
again, at the end of the day, LeBron James, man, if you do make the playoffs, it'll be something to add on to your legacy. Now the question is going to be: are you doing all that for a first round exit? Because a championship is not in your future, my G.
yeah,
It's not. So, are you going to bite off your nose and spite your face to say, yeah, I made the playoffs. I dragged this team in the playoffs. I didn't have no help. I did this just to get blown out in the first in the play-in series, in the play-in,
yeah.
to get beaten in the play-in. So, you got to pick your poison here. So again, at the end of the day, and look at the storyline. Russell Westbrook is a storyline by itself. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
Beverly,
again, at the
I
end,
just
Beverly's
gotta,
picking up some dirt now too. Beverly's got something to
huh?
say.
yeah,
Beverly
Pat
got something
Beverly,
to
because
say.
he's angry.
He's angry.
Yeah,
And
he
then
gonna play
Green,
angry.
wait. Then Green, yeah, they might have wanted you back and this and that. Now you want to say you don't want to come because there's no hope for the Lakers. Why would I go to that situation? Okay, now we hear from people from other teams that they said approached them. So yeah, it's a lot on LeBron's back. And if he do make it, y'all remember this point, this day, this time, right here. Hit your subscribe button, hit your like button, and remember this day. LeBron's going to do it.
If hey, when they get eliminated, I ain't gonna let you forget it.
He
How
said
about
when
that? When they get eliminated, I ain't gonna let you forget it. This is Down to End Sports Talk, man. We wilded out Tuesday night. You know what we do. Myself, my co-D in the building,
oh
y'all the
man,
Bears in the house. We got my big brother in the house, MC Win Walker. He's adding to the flavor of the story. Nate McMillan. Go ahead, Yada. Go ahead. You was gonna say something? Go ahead, Yada. Go ahead.
no. We definitely talk about Nate McMillan.
Nate McMillan. I think, I'm gonna say this and then y'all go ahead and carry it. I think Nate McMillan's an underrated coach. He's, to me, he's won everywhere he's been, like Portland, Indiana, you know what I mean? And down in Atlanta, he tried to do some things. But to me, and if my recollection is wrong, somebody in the chat room or somebody on one of the platforms get at me. This is the first time I can remember where him being in charge of a team and he's coached some heavy hitters, right? He's actually literally bumped heads with a young superstar. That's really
No.
for me right now. Come on, Yada. Come on.
Please don't use the word superstar for Trey Young.
I was getting ready. I was getting ready to say something.
Please
I
don't.
was going to say, to me, alleged superstar, right? So for me right now, I don't know, how the story went down in Atlanta, but I know it was bubbling for a while. I do know that much. And at the end of the day, Atlanta underachieved as a team, absolutely underachieved. And if that was a reason, the Trae Young and Nate McMillan, not seeing eye to eye, somebody had to go. And I think that, with this much time left in the season, did Atlanta just throw their hands in the air and wave them like they just don't care and say, we don't have a shot. Let's get rid of this guy right now because we're not letting Trae walk. Somebody got to go, and it ain't going to be Trae Young. So how did it get to this point in the season, this late in the season, where it just decided to say, Nate, it's been nice, it's been real, but you got to go?
But it was said by the head office that they were going to part ways in the offseason anyway. They just rushed it and did it now.
Yeah, like they did with the guy, I forget his name, the guy that Nate McMillan replaced.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now, this is how I see it from watching Atlanta and watching this whole Trae Young situation occur. We know how these quote unquote young stars like to portray as being superstars because he got a little clout here and there. I look at Trae Young as a fake superstar.
Uh-oh.
Okay. There's a lot of fake superstars.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
People confuse stars and superstar or all-star and superstar. Kevin Durant is a superstar. LeBron James is a superstar. Kyrie Irving's a superstar. Steph Curry's a superstar. Kawhi Leonard's a superstar. Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Joker, Giannis, like guys like those. Those are superstars. Yeah, those are superstars. Trae Young is a star. He's a really good player who cannot carry a team. Superstars can carry teams. Okay. And I think what happened is that Nate McMillan has been telling this kid, you are not a superstar yet. You haven't won anything yet. But his head gets so big that he in his mind already think that he's a superstar. They brought in Dejounte Murray to pair up with him. Two young stars. And they still can't accomplish anything in Atlanta. You have the guy John Collins.
Absolutely, I was going to say that. John
Collins is a stud, and he's seen it. He said, "I need to get out of here."
He's wasting away. Absolutely, that's right.
Wasting his talent away in Atlanta, and Atlanta is going to become a place where your talent goes to die. Because now that Dejounte Murray is there, guess what? We don't hear anything about him anymore. When he was in San Antonio, he was balling.
He was balling. Absolutely.
We couldn't get his name out.
Peace, Wood. Peace, Wood. What's good?
He was the reason why people was tuning in to watch the Spurs play because he was so excited.
Because he was nice. He was killing it. Absolutely.
Yes, he was killing it. But as soon as he got to Atlanta, exactly, it went straight down. It was like Murray who he went from being an all-star to not even getting a vote for the all-star.
I'm glad she took the words out of my mouth. She said we went from all-star to ass-star, but never mind. This is
from all-star to bitch star. Bitch.
This is down to Sports Talk, man. Left-handed in the building, y'all the Bears in the house. MC Win walking, rocking with us. We got OG Wood on the tap in. I see you get ready to head out. Yeah, man, we making it happen, man. We making it do what it do. Salute to everybody that's on the check-in with us, man. We live and direct, YouTube, Facebook, StreamYard, and all that good stuff right there. But yeah, man, the Atlanta Hawks situation, man. Just to think about it, they were talking about a team that would kind of like try to compete with the Sixers and, Eastern Conference Finals, and everything was all love down there. You had all the Atlanta crew down there at the games and all that. And they end up getting their heart broke again. It's almost like they were up 28-3 in the Super Bowl or something. But it is what it is with the Atlanta situation. We appreciate everybody, man. Smash that subscribe and like button, man. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do it for me, man, do it for Yada Bear, man. You know what I mean? Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. We're in the building. Yada, yeah.
Let's talk about. Let me talk about my Sixers real quick. Let's talk
Uh-oh.
about them real quick.
Uh-oh.
Okay,
Uh-oh.
because I was kind of in my feelings a little bit. One, because of the buyout market. I was hoping that we could pick somebody up. When this guy Kevin Love became available, I'm looking like, all right, Daryl Morey, talk to this guy. He'll be a great piece. Come off the bench, give you about 6 to 9 points a game. Blah blah blah. And then when the news hit that he want to sign with the Heat, I'm like, for what? Miami's not going anywhere. Why you just want to sign with Miami to go to go lay on the beach? You want to go be in a couple DJ Khaled videos and whatnot. Like that's what you want to do in Miami
I
because
think that's
nothing else
that. I
happening
mean,
in
listen,
Miami.
understand where he come from. He want, he's beach boy material, so he want to get as close to the beach as he can. So I ain't mad at him. OG Wood said, "Screw the Sixers."
Yeah, he a hater.
Yeah, well,
He a hater. What? Oh, excuse me. What? His New York Knicks is gonna just
that's
somehow.
our New York Knicks. Thank you very much.
The New York Knicks were better. Yes, they was better. What in the 70s? What they got? Walt Frazier. I didn't know Walt Frazier was still
Here
playing.
we go.
I didn't know he was.
Hey Wood, you missed that.
Walt,
You missed that conversation. You
I
missed
didn't
that
know Walt was
conversation
out
about the
there
Lakers,
still
Chief.
playing.
Hold
But
on.
The
Hey,
Knicks.
Wood.
The Knicks are the
it.
Knicks. Okay, that's who the Knicks are. They are the Knicks. Okay, the Knicks don't know who they are right now.
Hey.
They might as well shut down MSG.
They don't know who they are
Listen,
right now.
we got 20 some odd games left to go in the season.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to make some things happen. My ceiling for the Knicks right now, is a game 7 in the second round. That's my ceiling for the Knicks right now.
I can see listen, as we all know, the Brooklyn Nets are in the process. They are in the process. I don't care what nobody think or saying the Brooklyn Nets are in the process. They are going to fall out of. They probably fall into like the play-in category. I can see the Knicks, like I said before, maintaining 6, maybe.
I hope so. Yo.
Well, I mean, as of right now, if you guys get to the 6th seed, I don't think y'all want to be in the 6th seed because we sitting at the 3. At the 3.
Listen, I you know what? I take what I can get right now, Yada. I just want my team to play smart basketball. I want us to play win games that we're supposed to win. That's it.
I mean,
but y'all are not the beast in the East, though, Yada. Y'all not the beast in the East.
What happened?
Y'all are not the beast in the East.
No, I didn't say that we are the beast of the East, but guess what? We're right there. We're right there. And the reason why I brought up Kevin Love because I think that was a piece that could help us get over that hump. Because here in Philly, the vibe in Philly is if we don't get past the second round, Doc Rivers got to go, and that's how we roll here in Philly.
It's that time of the year again, ain't it?
Oh well, it's always that time.
Rivers gotta go. It's that time of the year again, ain't it?
Look. To be honest with the Sixers, we haven't made it past the second round since 2000. Okay,
since Allen Iverson. What would you say?
Exactly.
Since Dr. J.
Since AI.
Since Dr. J. Y'all ain't made it to the second round.
We haven't made it past the second round since AI. So. Right now, if we can't get past the second round, Doc most likely is going to be out of here. And OG Wood, Ben Simmons is going to be on the Knicks before he come back to the Sixers. So
no, he ain't either. No, he ain't.
I didn't want to talk about.
If Ben Simmons go to the Knicks, Ben Simmons go to the Knicks, I'm gonna go and run and finish knocking Madison Square Garden down. If Ben Simmons go to the Knicks, I'm gonna go myself and knock Madison Square Garden down.
Man,
It looked hard. It looked horrible out there.
Hey,
I mean,
but
we're
I
I'm
was
gonna go.
gonna say
I'm gonna
one
go
thing.
myself and knock it down, just so he can't play at the Garden.
I want to say
I
one
don't want
thing.
Ben Simmons nowhere near my team.
You know what's wrong? You know what's really the rain cloud over the Knicks and the Nets? And I hate to say this, it's your friend, little bro, Stephen A. Smith, doing this.
yeah,
Man, Stephen A. Smith ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Stephen A. Smith word is nondescript around here. Stephen A. Smith told me to my face that the Brooklyn Nets was going to steal the city from the Knicks. It ain't happened yet. It wasn't going to happen then. It ain't going to happen never. It ain't going to never happen. But he won't talk about that. You know why? You know why he won't talk about it? Because it didn't happen.
yeah,
Right?
it is.
He says a lot of stuff, but then he puts it in the back burner. But you know what I mean? So again, at the end of the day, I don't really rock with Stephen A. He jumps out the window a lot, and I'm gonna say it with my chest. He jumps out the window a lot. I know, right? His baseball conversation is kind of, and I'm a baseball dude,
Yeah.
right? So
Always
again,
been.
and so his basketball, when he told me that, I was
Yeah.
like, yo, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
It
OG
always,
Wood
it
for
come
the
out in the
Nets to
wash.
be in
The
Long
truth come out in
Island.
the wash.
Hey, I can't see Ben Simmons taking them to the to the promised land.
Listen,
They
I'm gonna say
dismantled
this
that
right
team.
here, right now about Ben Simmons. I can see him being one of the players that will get bought out of his contract because nobody wants him, and the league will retire him, or he'll be bounced around on 1 year deals. And it's a shame because he's so young and he had the potential. You know, there's always the potential, but he is who he is, and now
Right,
the
right,
Nets are
right.
now
But that
openly
goes back, Yada.
stopping the
Yada, that
guy.
goes back to what you said earlier. It's the people that you put around the money. You need better trainers to teach him how to shoot better, to play better.
Nah, man.
He don't want to
No,
shoot. He don't want
no,
to
no,
learn.
no,
That's
no.
the
Windwalker, you
when
bugging.
we
This
listen
goes back to LSU, my G.
when
This goes back to LSU.
he had the whole city behind him. We was behind him. We didn't
Man,
even
Ben
care
Simmons.
about him not wanting to shoot. We knew. I said
Yeah.
every off season, I said, don't show me no video of this guy in the gym shooting jump shots, playing pickup game. I don't want to see none of that because he never does it in the game. He don't do it when it matters, and it's
That's what I'm
because
saying. Get
Ben
somebody to get him
Simmons
out there.
Ben Simmons don't love basketball. He loves what basketball gives him.
Okay.
He
Now
loves
that's a whole different. That's a horse of
he
a
loves
whole
the
different
money.
color.
He loves the
He loves
fame.
those culture vultures whose name begin with a K.
Yeah, but he
Yeah.
doesn't love the game of
Oh
basketball.
yeah, I know who you're talking about, and
Yeah,
we're not going to we're not
You
giving
know
them
what I'm
any
saying?
airtime. We're not
yeah,
giving them
Yeah.
yeah.
any
So
airtime on this
He
show.
doesn't love it. So
right.
he would. This is who he is. He would never improve himself. And as I was telling Left the other day, it's an insult because he came in here saying, "Oh, he idolized Magic and LeBron and all these guys' games." Well, that's an insult to these guys because you are not taking their craft seriously. They love this game. They are passionate about this game, and you just play the game for the check, for the
Mm-hmm.
fame. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
to be liked, to
Listen,
get likes and stuff like
I
that.
wonder if he could look Magic Johnson and Jordan and those guys in their face and tell them that.
He can't.
He can't.
He couldn't even tell his own teammates that.
Mm.
Kyrie and KD, they said, "I can't play with this dude. I gotta go. It's not gonna work."
And again, and we talked about this the last couple of weeks when it talks about this Ben Simmons dude. It all stems from LSU, yo. We see, well, I'm not going to say, me, but I seen it. Like, this dude walked out of this squad. Like, yo, he just knew he was going to get millions and millions and millions on top of millions of dollars at the next level, right? He got it, but where has his game improved?
It's the same
Right.
thing.
His reputation is like this. His game is like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy.
I don't get Ben Simmons, but we in the building live and direct. Smash that like and subscribe button if you will. know what I mean? Yada Bear would like that. Win Walker would like that, and the
Yes.
whole crew would love it. Down in Sports Talk, we're in the building, man. YouTube, Facebook, and StreamYard. XFL, you know,
Ugh,
you know.
Hey,
I
let's go
This
get
tried.
is this is this is the
let's go
part.
get our
This is the
flag.
part of the show right here. If you want to go get a beverage, or if you want to,
Ugh,
check your
I
Twitter. You know.
tried.
Hey,
I
hey,
when
listen, I want me a
when
check.
look, listen. I
Hey,
tell them I tried so hard to watch it. I tried. I couldn't watch 3 minutes of it, and then it came to my attention that these guys have a 3 point conversion.
yeah,
The
3 points.
rules in this game was I'm like, and they can challenge any play,
You
any
smell what the
call,
you smell
any.
what the Rock is cooking.
It listen. I can only watch the NFL and college football. I can't watch no XFL, USFL,
USFL,
whatever
Well,
XL, whatever FL, whatever
Arena
football
FL.
team. I can't
right?
watch
AFL. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
AFL,
Arena Football, AFL,
LFL, whatever you want to call it.
CFL.
If it's not the
Right. Right. Let's go,
NFL,
Win.
listen.
Yeah,
If it's not the NFL or college football, I can't watch it.
yeah.
I can't watch it. It's not football to me. Like it's a mockery. It's like a mockery of the sport. And I tried. I did. I tried so hard.
What about the football, the actual football, y'all?
What is that? Where did they get that from? Like, did they just look at a football and say, you know what? We just gonna
It looked
change
like it
this
came
up.
from a carnival or one of those, you know, the traveling carnival shows.
Throwing it in the rings and stuff like that. I'm
The
like,
Rock.
how?
The Rock is not gonna like that.
Well, the Rock don't know what he's cooking because
I
whatever he's cooking,
know.
he need
Rock
to
is
throw.
not gonna like that.
Listen, whatever he's cooking at the XFL, he need to throw that in the trash because
Mm.
it ain't
Oh,
looking
I'm
good.
over here crying. I'm crying for real.
Yo,
But
we
the
having
ball,
some fun, man.
like
But listen,
I didn't understand how can they grip the ball? Like how is the
Look at
quarterback how are they gripping that?
it. Man.
I don't know, but listen. At the end of the day, is we talked about it. It's like these guys trying to, they trying to, earn a paycheck like everybody else. You know what I mean? And it is what it is, And there's another league that's coming. USFL is back in effect. So again, for all the people that cry about, they want football all year long. Well, here it is. You know what I'm saying? But
Enjoy.
we're gonna get some baseball talk. And then we're gonna do some other stuff. But we're going overtime tonight, y'all. All right.
Yes.
So understand that. I got a question for Yada Bear. And it's in regards to her NFC champion Philadelphia Eagles. We had to slide some of that in there. You know what I mean? We gotta
Oh,
slide some. What's the situation with AJ Brown? Is he like he's worried about them not giving Jalen his money? The reason why he got the Philly was because of Jalen Hurts. What's the deal on that? Where you at with that?
I just feel like he just you know boosting up the set. Just showing support and love to Jalen Brown. I mean Jalen Hurts. Just making sure that to know that like to let the owner know that hey, I'm here because he's here, and that he should get paid. And yes, he should get paid. But what will that market be? We don't know because we have people out here who's trying to inflate the market. Daniel Jones telling us he wants 45 a year. Like, huh?
yeah.
So we don't even know what's going on with the Lamar Jackson situation with what his number going to be.
I think
Like I'm
Lamar is
pretty
gonna sign the franchise tag. He gonna have to.
I think Lamar's going to sign the franchise tag that allows him to still get traded
Or
because
the
if he does get
non-exclusive?
traded, yeah,
Yeah, that's
then
what's
Baltimore would
not
get the two
exclusive.
first round picks. They would get two first round picks for him. Um But this whole Lamar Jackson thing is holding up the process, I think, because I believe Howie wants to see where the market is at, because we know what Patrick got, we know what Deshaun Watson got, we know what Kyler Murray got, Aaron Rodgers got, but I think he's just waiting to see what is that number so that he can play with the number. I can see
Well, where does the number 230 million fit in at?
Woo.
well, I
Because
mean,
that was Deshaun Watson's number. He
that's
got
the
that guaranteed.
that's Deshaun's, yeah, that's Deshaun's guarantee, but that's why I'm
Well,
saying I feel like
how,
he's
how,
waiting
how
to
much
see
did
what this Lamar
how much
Jackson
did
number gonna
Mr.
be.
Sierra get when he
Who?
signed that lucrative contract?
Who?
Mr. Sierra, Mr.
Russ
Walker,
got what? Russ got what?
guaranteed.
I don't know whatever he got. He could take the mask off now because he robbed them. He robbed them.
Yeah.
And Sierra drove the getaway car.
Only thing I know is that number Jalen going to get is it's going to flirt around 230, 250. You know,
Woo.
it might flirt around that 50 per year, 50 mil per year. You
And
know,
let me
45
say
to
something.
50.
You said Yada that Howie Roseman is going to see something like that. What
Yeah,
what the
I think
number
he's
what the
trying to
number is going
see
to be?
where the market is at right now
Okay,
with a
because
guy
for
with
me,
Lamar Jackson.
where does and as you could tell, Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that I like.
Hmm.
Where does that learning curve, like where has it begun? I mean, he's ascended each year. You know what I
Oh,
mean? He just he came out of a Super Bowl where he
mhm.
set a record for scoring touchdowns in the Super Bowl, even though he lost.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You did, not you
yeah,
personally, but that's your squad.
yeah.
Y'all put these weapons around this guy, and it turned into a positive thing. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? So where does the number start? What would you give Jalen Hurts?
Um, I would sign Jalen 10 years. I'll sign him 10 years because he still have the potential to grow.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he still have more to learn, and he's willing to learn. So I would sign him 10 years. Um, I wouldn't mind giving 50 a year. I
Ooh,
wouldn't
you're gonna
mind.
sign him for 10 years for $500 million.
Well,
Woo!
listen,
Woo!
listen.
That's
Woo,
what
It would
Lord!
be
Russell
close.
got.
Look, it would be.
Hey,
Woo,
I don't think.
Lord!
Listen,
hey, Russell,
I
Russell
don't
got
think it would be
500.
Patrick Mahomes' money,
Right, right,
but it would be close.
right.
It
I
would
feel you.
be probably 10 years, maybe like 400 and something. You know, between 4 and maybe 420, somewhere
Mm-hmm.
around there. But the years, it got to be at
420.
least.
That's a nice number. I like that.
I like
Uh-huh.
that number. That's a
It
great
gotta be.
number.
You gotta give me years though, and then the
Yeah.
contract
Yeah.
has to be structured where you
Mm-hmm.
get majority of your money in the front end, and then we can work with the back end money. You
Right.
know,
Because you're gonna have to.
we can
Yeah,
move
yeah,
forward.
absolutely. I got you. I feel you.
You know,
Absolutely.
so but and that's funny that you brought it up because I had a conversation with my friend earlier. We were talking about Jalen and versus Lamar, and like he put a scenario out. He was like, "What if Baltimore called was like, we'll give you Lamar for X amount of picks and Jalen?" And I said, no, I wouldn't do that at all
Drunk.
because
Right.
Jalen upside is greater than Lamar's upside.
Let's
Right
go.
now, I think Lamar is at his ceiling right now. You know,
Mm,
I actually think he's kind of declining some
mm.
versus his MVP year. I think
Right.
his
Right.
MVP
Right. Right. Yeah.
season
Yeah.
was his
Yep.
ceiling. And ever
Yep.
since that MVP year, he has been on the decline.
Right.
And Lamar Jackson is not a leader. Jalen
Mm.
Hurts is a leader. And being a leader and being a quarterback is huge.
You're right.
That also brings your value up, in the market. Um, and looking at Lamar now in his situation, he's hurt all the time. He's hurt constantly, and he's never available
Right.
when you
And
need him
and
the most. and that's your
and
best asset. Availability is your
and the
best
Ravens
ability.
and the Ravens don't the Ravens don't even want to put a team around him.
No,
You know what I mean? So again, I absolutely agree with what you said. They don't even want to put a team around
no.
him. Whereas on the
Mm-mm.
Eagles side, Howie and them, they
They
went
want to
out
put
and
a
got
team.
what they
Got a
needed
team.
to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because when you look at Baltimore and when you look at Lamar, and it's not, I don't want to sound like I'm beating him down because I like Lamar. Like I think he's a good quarterback, but with Lamar Jackson, you need too many things. He has to have a top 10 running game, right? He got to have a top 5 tight end. He got to have a top 10
Receiver.
wide receiver. He has to
The
have a
Bateman
top,
thing didn't work out, huh?
yeah, he has to have a top tier offensive line. Like his running game got to be top 10, and he can't be the primary runner. The running game got
Right.
to be top 10 without Lamar Jackson. That his running back has to be out there being able to run.
J.K.
So so
Dobbins.
so you so you need too much things to make Lamar great. Where with Jalen, you didn't need all those things, but we had the opportunity to
You just
get
had to
those
fine
things,
tune him. Right.
and he was able to elevate those players. The players didn't elevate him. He went out there and he elevated those players. And we played together and we had a great season. Like who would have known that him and AJ would have great chemistry all for 1 year? This is the first season they playing together, you know? Second season under Nick Sirianni. Second season with Gainwell, and just being in that system, and he elevated the team. When I look at Lamar, you just need too much for Lamar for him to be successful.
And that and
And
that conference that you play in ain't no joke.
no joke
That
at
division,
all.
that division that you play in ain't no joke.
No,
So
everybody
again,
surpassed him in that
right? It's yeah,
division.
absolutely, absolutely. So it's a lot of stuff in regards to what Lamar has to deal with, as opposed to what Jalen Hurts is dealing with in
Yeah,
Philadelphia. Um, Great show tonight, man. We still in the building. The clock is still ticking, but we still in
yeah,
the
yeah,
building. We
yeah.
still got to talk. So we got to talk a little baseball, all
Yes.
right? Because that time of the year that they broke the gloves out, they broke out the bats, the big pizza box bases. You
Them
know what I mean?
Jones.
They just
Them
started
Jones.
running on them. You know what I'm saying? Um, I see that my ubiquitous co-host Yada Bear in the building. She put up the list of the top 100 Major League Baseball players. I
Yeah.
saw Fernando Tatis on that list. I don't recall off the top of my head where he was, but wherever he was, it was too high.
Yeah, I don't understand how he was that high
And that's
where
that's our reputation alone.
yeah, when he didn't play majority of the season last year.
Nah, and shout out to my man Malcolm Buzzy A, man. He's like, yo, Tatis. No, listen, man. Tatis, you know what I talk about a lot on this show and on other platforms is sample size.
Mm-hmm.
I talk about sample size all the time. Give me a
Mm-hmm.
sample size, then I can kind of like see what we're working with. In Fernando Tatis Jr.'s case, we got enough of a sample size to say this kid always gets hurt. He's never around when he's supposed to be. He's around in April and May for about 6 or 8 games. Then he hurts his ankle. Then he finds out he hurt his wrist because he was riding a motorcycle. He's
Yeah,
lying to the team. He can't be trusted. This dude for all the
he doing
what's the word that Yada Bear
PEDs.
used? Potential, absolutely. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
again, at the end of the day, for me with Fernando Tatis, his legacy is going to go back to his pops because his pops hit 2 grand slams in 1 inning. That's it.
he's number 26. He's number
Yeah,
26.
oh man, get out of here.
He's number 26.
And
Yes.
where is the kid? What's the kid's name that pitched for Cleveland? Tristan. What's the brother, young brother that pitched for Cleveland? What's his number? He better be up there.
Um. Well, he's
I
not.
forget his name, man.
Hold on.
He pitches for the
I,
Guardians.
yeah. Yeah. Well, he's not in the top 40.
That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Where they got
He.
Jeremy Pena at?
Well, they
Don't
didn't
get
put
me
out the
started.
rest of the. They didn't put out the rest of the list yet.
Oh, they put out. Okay, so
So I'm pretty
when we
sure.
talk about, go ahead.
I'm pretty sure. We said Jeremy Pena.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
the
didn't put
guy
out.
that the guy that got Carlos Correa playing musical franchises.
Got him
Oh
out of
yeah,
there.
yeah, opinion. Yeah.
He got Carlos Correa going all over the place.
Well, Carlos Correa is
He got him
number
hopping around
22.
so much his ankle is broke again.
Hey,
They got
Correa was
they,
good when he
they
was
got
in Houston. He should have
yeah
stayed
they
in
got
Houston.
Correa number 22 on the list. So Pena most likely got to be in the top 20.
ALCS MVP, World Series MVP. Man, they ain't thinking about no damn Carlos Correa. They ain't thinking about Carlos Correa. You crazy? Listen, but yeah, Aaron Judge, right?
Going to
The
left field.
Oh man, I hate to even say it like this, but he's the captain of the Yankees, right?
That's your captain.
Um, yeah. Again, I mean, to me, I got two words for that. So what? The last captain I seen for the Yankees got 5 rings.
And his name is
His name is Derek Jeter.
Mr. Jeter.
Derek Jeter never hit 62 home runs in his life.
Mr.
I
Jeter.
don't think he even got close to.
But Derek Jeter got 5 rings.
And he made
And
Cadillac
he had a
commercials.
C on his chest. And he deserved it. Now, when we talk about Aaron Judge and being the captain of the Yankees, Don Mattingly, rest in peace, Thurman Munson. You know what I mean? Again, in between, Mattingly, he never got a ring. He never really got close to the Yankees with garbage. And, in 95, he got close. We made the playoffs. We got beat by Seattle. That's whatever. But at the end of the day, you're a captain of the Yankees.
Yeah. Supposed to produce.
I ain't even going to say no more. So, Aaron Judge, you are on the clock, my G.
Yeah.
You've been on all time. These cats, and these old school Yankee fans, they in love with Aaron Judge. I'm like, why?
I need to go train
Why
cats.
no, hold on. I said, why are you in love with Aaron Judge? He give you free air conditioning every time you strike out? But you in love with him? You're in love with Aaron Judge. Everything he do. Aaron Judge this, Aaron Judge that, Aaron Judge the third. Aaron Judge had his best season last year. He had 62 home runs. The American League all-time home run king. Beautiful. What you get for it? What did it get you?
A trophy.
And a C on your chest.
And a C on his chest.
And here's the thing, Yada. He's not even going to be rocking the C.
What?
Yeah. He ain't even rocking it.
That's weird. What? Wow. I mean,
the ghost of George Steinbrenner said, hey, man, listen. I see he got the home run record and knocked Roger Maris out the box and all that, but y'all doing too much.
Listen.
You can name him captain, but I don't want to see that C on his jersey. I don't want to see it. No pun intended. I don't want to see it.
Those home runs sold tickets.
But a World Series would have sold more tickets.
Home runs.
I see a lot of people disguised as seats at Yankee Stadium this past season. They came to the game dressed as a seat.
As a seat?
Yep. They came to the game dressed as a cushion and a seat. And they did a damn good job.
Word up. Y'all know what y'all know what y'all gonna be playing for this season, right?
World Series.
The World Series.
Y'all be playing for the rights of on Tony. He might.
Man, listen. Before we get up out of here, OG Wood wants to know Aaron Rodgers or Derek Carr for the Jets. Go ahead, Yada.
Well, we already know how I feel about Aaron Rodgers. We go through this every year with Aaron Rodgers, where he holds the Green Bay Packers hostage in the off season. Man, probably probably Aaron Rodgers will be more suited for the Jets win now. They'll definitely put them, in up top in the AFC. Definitely, that will make that division a whole lot tougher. You know, with the Jets, Patriots, Dolphins, and Buffalo. You throw Aaron Rodgers in the mix, that automatically made you a contender. He has a lot of young stars there, so I can see Aaron um going there. But I can also see Derek Carr. They both are good fits for the Jets because they both are quarterbacks that you can plug in, and they could potentially make you to a playoff team because they have the talent, in New York with the Jets. Which is funny. It's just weird to say that now. The Jets are extremely talented. They just a quarterback away. So if I was the Jets, I would probably go with Carr. I would probably go with Derek over Aaron because I don't want that headache. Because because Aaron Rodgers, what if it don't work out? What if somebody get hurt? What if an injury happened and now he's throwing to the third or fourth string wide receiver out there, and now
throwing interceptions like Brett Favre.
there we go. There we go. Like
I
what if
feel
that happens? He's a
Jada,
cancer.
you own
Hmm.
something. You own something. I
Yeah,
feel Carr would be a better fit than
yeah,
Aaron Rodgers because of them youngsters. They
yes.
had the offensive rookie of the year and the defensive rookie of the year.
Hmm.
Them youngsters gonna follow somebody more hip, more into to
Relatable because Aaron
yeah.
Rodgers is an old man.
Uh-oh.
You know
Don't talk to nobody. He
exactly.
do State Farm commercials. So y'all don't
He
Standoffish.
know.
like to he like to he like to live in the dark.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, come on.
he want to
I
go
think
on
yeah,
silent retreats and stuff like that. Like, come on,
Right.
man.
and Carr
Right.
just
Like,
came from a fun situation in Las Vegas. He know
yeah,
how to kick it, so he gonna show them little youngsters how
And
to
and
kick it.
again, I'm gonna add on. I think Derek Carr. You can kind of tell from the Pro Bowl games, the answers that he was given. He already knew that he didn't know where he was going to end up at that point, but wherever it wasn't going to be in Vegas, and whatever it was, he was going to do his best to redeem himself. So I could see Derek Carr doing his thing with the Jets. They're young. He's relatively young.
hmm
He's got things. He's not going to miss Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? So I think that whatever he does, Carr would be a better fit for the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers would just be a headline grab at this point. You know what I mean? And I don't think the Jets are in it for the headlines no more. They want to win now. All right.
He'll be
they
a
want to
Vinny
So
win
Testaverde.
now.
He would be
Yeah,
a
they
Vinny
want
that's
to they want
that's
to
Testaverde.
win. Yeah,
Vinny Testaverde.
That's what he would be. A Vinny Testaverde.
Who
Come
who
who
over
Aaron
who? Aaron
Rodgers?
Rodgers?
yeah.
Yeah. I agree with you
Yeah.
on that. Or
Hmm.
or
You know
or, or another second coming of Brett Favre.
That's
yeah.
exactly what it be.
Another
It would be
headline.
it would be that.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Robert Sala will want that there. Joe Douglas is very smart. He's a
Mm-hmm.
very smart GM, and I don't think that he would want that headache. It's nothing but a headache. Aaron Rodgers and Kyrie Irving are superstars with
And Fernando Tatis.
yes, superstars that's a headache. Like they could bring down the whole chemistry of your team. I feel like if Aaron Rodgers would go to the Jets, he would be a cancer there because if he doesn't get his way, he's gonna whine.
It'll be all about him, right?
It'd be all
Mm-hmm.
about him. He go out there, throw picks, and then it'd be another situation as the guy in Green Bay where he'd be trying to
The
hold
Dwight
his
Howard
team.
of football.
Yeah, it'll be
He'll
terrible.
be
So
Dwight Howard.
I hope the Jets go with Carr. Go
And,
with Derek Carr.
right.
I hope.
Listen, man, we're about to slide out of here, man. It's been
Oh,
real.
before
Oh,
we
go ahead.
go, oh my God.
Yeah.
You gotta talk about this NBA All Star.
Oh
McClung,
well, you know what? You know what? We gonna put some extra time on the clock like we at the World Cup
Yeah, we gotta talk
and
about
talk about this NBA All Star. Y'all got about another hour and a half.
the
Listen,
sham,
man.
the sham of the
Listen.
All Star game.
Yada, I'm gonna let you set it off since you brought it up. I'm gonna let you set it off, and then I got something to say about that. Go ahead.
The NBA
Y'all better lock in.
All Star has now turned into the Pro Bowl. Okay, it's terrible. It is unwatchable. Okay, number one, they got rid of East versus West. East versus West was always the staple. That's what's the format because the East only play the West twice a year, so you don't really play against these guys.
right?
By them changing the format, having them pick the teams, and then they let them pick the teams on live TV this year, which was terrible. It was
Pickup game.
unorganized. It
Yeah,
was a disgrace. If I want to see a pickup game, I would go to the playground.
that's right.
Okay, these are professional basketball players that we are supposed to be enjoying as fans. The All Star game is for the fans. It's not for them to sit around and joke and laugh and give zero effort. There was no type of game plan, no play. They were just out there playing, like you said, pickup basketball that you see at any playground in America. No defense. Most of the people didn't even want to be out there to play. And that's just the game. Like, let's talk
Yeah,
about the other stuff, like
the atmosphere.
the skills challenge was terrible. There was a
Wow,
time when I watched the skill challenge, I had Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, and LeBron James. They participated in the skills challenge, and
right.
it was great. There was a time where in the 3-point contest, why is Julius Randle in the 3-point contest?
Wow,
Why is he shoot like what is going on? The 3-point contest used to be another highlight,
skilled
you know,
shooter.
all shooters.
Reggie
And
Miller,
yes,
Paxson,
Kerr.
Steve Kerr. Uh,
Like 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 I was
yeah,
telling Left behind the scenes, I said, you know what they should do? They should have uh like an all-star or like a Hall of Fame 3-point competition
bring
because
Jesus Shuttlesworth back into it.
exactly because we know that these older guys they can't play like before, but when you're a shooter, you're a shooter. You don't lose your shot.
Right.
You can shoot the ball. So since these players don't want to really participate in these festivities, they can put their money where their mouth is, and let's put $1 million in the court and let's see if you can outshoot Ray Allen. If Dame Lillard can outshoot Ray Allen, if
Yeah.
Reggie Miller and Steph Curry can battle, and whoever wins, you donate that money to your charity, just like with the slam
And
dunk
I
contest.
want to reiterate on something you said, Yada.
Go ahead, man.
This is the first time I've ever seen an All Star game. It's two players right here playing one on one, and the rest of the team is over there with their man turned around
Right.
watching the game. We
Yeah,
That,
watching Brown go against two
Tatum.
teammates now.
Yeah, yeah.
We watching Brown go against Tate. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, what in the world is going on? The rest
What
of
are
the
we
team is
watching?
standing over there, just looking on the court, just standing there, letting them do the
Yeah,
one on one.
yeah. It's terrible. And then we move on to the slam dunk contest that we all dread because nobody wants to participate in it. Well, guess what happened this year? It was actually entertaining. And
Yeah.
it took a guy from the G League who hasn't played a professional game this season
Got a 10-day out of it.
to bring the slam dunk contest back to life.
And Yada, I've got one question. What
What's up?
team, what team does this guy play for? Segway.
Mm, right there. 76ers. That's what this guy plays for. Okay. And guess what? I don't even care if this guy don't play a minute in the game. It's just the fact that he was able to bring excitement, creativity, and guess what? He made the dunks on the first try. It didn't take him 10 minutes to make one dunk. He didn't have to bring out his dad, a black
Oh,
basketball, some a car. He didn't have to put a cape on. He didn't have to put a piece of paper hanging on the net. You know, he didn't he didn't barely make the dunk. He made each dunk conventionally. He made all the dunks. And guess what else? He gonna have every Scott, Chase, Tanner out in the playground dunking now. Okay, because it took a white boy to bring the dunk contest back to life. I guess
I got a
white
question.
boys can jump.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Is Matt McClung invited to the cookout?
hell no.
He's invited to the pickup game.
He can't get to the box office.
He's invited to the pickup game.
Hell no. Listen,
Hey,
listen, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. Hey, Left, I got one thing to say. He should go replace your boy in White Man Can't Jump too.
Yes.
Let
Yes.
him go replace your boy.
He should at least got a job as a stunt double or something. You know what I
He should
mean?
be out there doing the dunks or something, right? Right.
Yeah.
Listen, I think I could have put it any more succinctly than Yada Bear did, or she can. You know what I mean? I think the All-Star weekend was I don't want to say a complete aberration, but we've seen better All-Star weekends. All right, we've seen better All-Star weekends on opening night. Again, from the skills competition where, okay, Dame Lillard won the 3-point, shootout as he should have. You know what I mean? The other stuff is what it is. Then you have the slam dunk contest where, like Yada said, you got these dudes on Pete and repeat. You know what I mean? With these dunks, with these dunk attempts. They're not dunks. They're dunk attempts, right? So again, the slam dunk contest in the past few years has went from a conversation starter to a conversation finisher. Nobody wants to talk about the dunk contest because there's no, well, remember that one, this and that. That Vince Carter stuff has been, is removed. Not removed from the conversation, removed from their consciousness. These youngsters don't know nothing about that, right? So when we talk about the dunk contest, they're used to seeing dudes do it until they get it right. Keep going. Come on, brother. I know you could do it. Knock it off, right? So Matt McClung comes in here. He does his dunks, and he gets out of Dodge, as you're supposed to. Lisa Leslie, I don't know, mommy. You must have been feeling some. I don't know, mommy. Lisa Leslie,
got all 50s.
You know what I mean? So again, that and that didn't even put a damper on it because she could have gave him a 4.5 and he still would have walked out of there with the title. Period. Right?
Right.
So again, the slam dunk contest, we're going to give that a gold star. Right? Yeah. Now we get to the game. The game is like Yada Man loves to call them a lot of cats with colorful names. I'm so and so. I'm this. I'm that. All right, but you lost your championship ring on the rack. The same people got the same championship rings that you're trying to get. All these alleged superstars. Mm-hmm. These cats who put the cart before the horse. These cats that have 19 commercials. These cats would make you think that they got all the rings, right? They can't even make the All-Star game the competitive thing that it is. Me, Yada Bear, Windwalker, and a whole bunch of us, it's add ups in the millions, want to see the best basketball players in the world. The 24 best basketball players in the world get it in. We want to see them get it in. We don't want to see what we watched on Sunday. But you know what? I'm going to say this, and I don't care who won't like it. This is what the young generation asked for. They're tired of seeing competition, strategy. Marbury coming down and busting the three in DC. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, coming down and busting the three in DC. You got Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Dikembe Mutombo, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan. What we doing? So again, at the end of the day, Adam Silver and Yada Bear said it, so you can send all the emails to Yada, right? She was like, Adam Silver, he got to look for a new occupation because he ain't doing his job right. He's not handling his responsibilities, yo.
You see who's ruining the NBA? He's ruining the NBA by giving the players too much power. I'm all for players empowerment. I'm all for it. But there's a point where you give too much power. And that's what's going on with the league right now. My man signed a 4-year contract. He don't like what's going on. Now he wanted to get out of there. But you signed a commitment to be here for 4 years. I didn't give you over $180 million, but now you want to leave my team because you don't like what's going on? No.
Well,
all that's dead.
I mean,
all that's dead.
That's the way of the world right now.
When I think about it, I said to you the other day behind the scenes, I said, this wouldn't went on when David Stern NBA, because my man vetoed Chris Paul to the Lakers because he said it would not be fair.
It would destroy the competitive balance in the league.
It will be super unbalanced, and he vetoed that trade. And then you see what happened now when you have a player-friendly commissioner who comes in here because everybody, David Stern was too stern. He was too stern. He didn't make the game wasn't fun anymore. Now you got Adam Silver here, and he just letting them do whatever they want to do. It is completely unbalanced. You have all of the top 10 players is in the West.
We'll just stack the teams up over here.
Yes.
Let them do what they want to. We won't make
now it's extremely unbalanced. You look at the East, you have a handful of players in the East that are superstars. Not stars, but superstars. And then look at the West, just about every team in the West got one or two superstars on the team. And it's crazy.
Yes, it's crazy.
It's super unbalanced, and I feel like the owners is getting fed up because, as we already seen, what happened with Kyrie in Brooklyn, he said, "You want to go to the Lakers? I'm not trading you to the Lakers. You're going to go to Dallas, and I don't care what you do afterwards.
Right, I'm sending you where I want you to go.
Yeah, you're going to go there. I don't care what you do afterwards, but I'm not sending you where you want to go." And I feel like in the next collective bargaining that comes up, that these owners is going to want to put a clause in the contract where they're going to have to put something in there that says you got to be here for at least 2 full seasons before you can even request a trade. And if you request a trade, guess what?
We're going to take back some more money, right?
Yeah, that guaranteed money. That's what does it to them.
Yeah,
that guaranteed money.
Yeah, and that right there will stop all of that. That the James Harden, Ben Simmons, Kyrie, and KD, they are the ones that are ruining the league, and it got to stop. It's terrible.
Listen, man, we're about to get out of here, man. Great show tonight. I want to thank my ubiquitous Cody, Yada Bear, always in the building, holding me down. Don't go nowhere. Windwalker, don't go nowhere. We in the house show. This is how we give it up, man. Every Tuesday night, 8 to 10, 8 to 9. You know what I mean? Something like that. We go overtime sometimes because that's what we do.
23
Salute to
games.
everybody that rocks out. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button, smash that piece for us one time. If you don't do it for Yada Bear, do it for yourself. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody. And listen, if you like if you like the sports talk, this is just like what we do, man. Behind the scenes, we don't get too deep into analytics and numbers, although we could. But I think y'all hear enough about that on other shows. So we just like to talk and do our thing. And we're primarily factual. All right. And we
Yeah.
love the support and we rock with all of y'all, man. My name is Left Handed at RM Des on Twitter. You can get at
Yeah.
me. Y'all bear any
I
words
just want
before
to
we get out of
say
here?
enjoy the 23 games because the NBA this is the season. The season starts on Thursday. This is the real season. Right now, what happened in the past, that was just the warm up. This is the real season because
Look
now
at Win Walker
it's
hiding. Look at Win Walker hiding.
23 games. Lakers is on the clock. 23 games.
All
So
right, Win. Any
enjoy.
last words before we get out of
I
here, man?
got
You
some
on the
last
clock.
words. I just want to say I love the return of Tiger. Welcome back, Tiger.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
for you,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
I loved it. That's
Salute
all I
to
got to
Tiger
say.
Woods.
You can reach
Yes.
me at MC Win
He
Walker.
gotta stop giving stuff to his friends though. You gotta cut that out, Tiger. You gotta cut that out, my guy.
or or be sneakier because he just had
Yeah,
that
you
thing
and
right in the
listen, yeah,
open.
you gotta work on your hand skills a little bit, man. You know what I mean? Come to the Bronx, man, and get with some of them 3-car money dudes. You know what I mean? Work on
He
your
ain't
hand
from the hood.
skills.
He ain't from the hood.
Hey,
Word. Nah, not at
all
all.
right,
Be not with them
MC
hand
Win
skills, not
Walker.
like that. Listen,
IG,
man.
everything.
Down in Sports Talk, man, we doing what we do. Listen, we got a little situation going on here. We want to see who enjoys what we're doing. We hope you do. Um, we would like to know if you could, if you would like to send a friendly gesture. All right. We are on Cash App. All right, $ left-handed at Cash App. All right, a friendly gesture. You know what I mean? Let us know that you appreciate how we get down over here. And basically, the bottom line is trying to get Yada to Yankee Stadium the first week of April.
Oh, that's
All right,
that
trying to get Yada to
Philly.
Yankee Stadium the first week of April. The Phillies and the Yankees get it in. So if you could, be so kind, if you appreciate what we do over here, $ left-handed, and we trying to rock out with us down
Mhm.
in Sports Talk. And that's what we doing, man. So we trying to be out in the streets. You know what I mean? You've seen us out in the streets. You know what I mean? Doing what we do. So we do touch down. Again, we appreciate y'all. Hit and smash that like and subscribe button, man. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
yes.
There's friendly offerings at left-handed, at $ left-handed. And it is what it is. We are out. Overtime is over. And we'll talk to y'all next Tuesday night down in Sports Talk. Catch us on StreamYard, catch us on YouTube, and catch us on Facebook. We are out. Don't go nowhere, y'all.
Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Go Lakers.
Cut that out, man.